Okay, so here we are again. So I asked Chat GPT, okay, which is an AI robot. So a few weeks ago, or whatever it was, I asked it some questions and it failed miserably. So here I am again, giving it a second bite of the cherry, so to speak. So let's have a go. Some of these questions, I think, these are the kind of questions that I think I get asked by beginners. Well, not all the questions, but some of the questions similar. So I definitely get asked this question. Okay, I'm scared to see what the answer is. Right, in the card game Bridge, what is the rule of 20? So, the rule of 20 is a guideline used in the card game Bridge to help determine whether to open the bidding with a 1-no trump bid. What? The rule states that if the sum of the number of points in your hand and the number of spades held is 20 or more. What? You should open with a 1-no trump bid. This is because a 1-no trump opening bid typically requires a balanced hand, meaning no voids or singletons, with a solid distribution of points. What? What? Jesus Christ. Sorry. Oh my God. I wonder if I ask this question again, The rule of 20 is a guideline used in the card game Bridge to help determine whether to open a bidding with 1-no trump. That is like rubbish. What a terrible answer. This is, I think, this is where actually you just want your answers pulled from a database where the database has the right answer kind of thing. I wonder if I've just asked this again. Regenerate response. Oh my God, let's see what it comes up with next this time then. It's on about the spades again, but it's not mentioned no trumps this time. In the card game Bridge, the rule of 20 is a guideline that states that a hand is likely to be suitable for opening a bidding if the total point count of the hand plus the number of spades in the hand is at least 20. It can be used as a quick and easy way to evaluate the strength of a hand before opening a bidding. It is not a hard and fast rule, and it should be applied with discretion. So it's taken certain elements of it. Like, for instance, here, it is not a hard and fast rule, and it should be applied with discretion. I'm guessing that is part of the answer, which is correct. In the carriers, the total point count of the hand, right? Okay, so this part's right. In the card game Bridge, rule of 20 is a guideline that states that a hand is likely to be suitable for opening the bidding if the total point count of the hand plus. But this bit here, why is it going on about the number of spades? Okay, it's obviously getting confused with the rule of 15, so I think I'll ask that next. Is at least 20 can use as quick enough. So it's that bit there. That it's this number of spades that it's got just. Let's just see what happens again if I regenerate the response again. Right, so let's start. The first sentence is good. In the card game Bridge, the rule of 20 is a guideline that helps players determine, God, it's writing a lot more this time, whether to open the bidding or not. Yep. The rule states that the sum of the player's high card points and the number of cards in their longest suit is at least 20, then they should open the bidding. Oh, it's so close. You're so close. Okay, this rule is used as a quick and easy way to determine whether a player has a strong enough hand to initiate the bidding process. However, this rule is not an absolute, and players should also consider other factors such as distribution, suit quality, and vulnerability before making a decision to open a bid. Yes, all of that is right. It's just that bit. It just it's that bit. Yeah, in their longest suit. If it just added, all it had to do is add it in their longest two longest suits instead of the longest suit, and it'd be there. That'd be a great answer. But yeah, so that if you don't know what the rule of 20 is, it's basically you add up your two longest suits and add up your high card points, and if it comes to 20, you can open the bidding. But all of this is also true. It is only a guideline, and the dogs are off. So it's not an absolute rule. You can also, I wonder if I change it to the rule of 19. Just hold on a second. Blooming dogs. Barking at the, let's try 19 then. So the rule of 19 is exactly the same as the rule of 20, it's just 1 point different. Oh, well, that's it. It just destroyed it. It couldn't handle it. Oh, wait 1 minute. All right, let's go back. I don't know. Where's the thing? Right. Go to the second question. So it had a few goes at that and it couldn't answer it. So let's forget about the rule of 11. Or maybe I should ask that. No, that's a bit too hard for it, I reckon. If it can't do the rule of 20, it can't do the rule of 11. So let's have a look at, in the card game bridge, what is second-hand plays low? In the card game bridge, when the second player, the player sitting to the left of the dealer. No, that's not right. It doesn't have to be next to the dealer. Plays a card. They are typically required to play a low card. The reason for this is that the second player is considered to be defending against the declarer, who is the player on the opposing team who won the bid. Huh? Who is a player on the opposing team who won the bid. I can't even read. By playing a low card, the defender is indicating that they do not have a high card. No, not necessarily true. In that suit, and are not trying to win the trick. The exception to this rule is when the defender holds an honor card, ace, king, queen, jack in a suit, and they are trying to win the trick. Nah, not really. You can play low with like the queen in your hand or the ace or whatever. You can play low. Right, so that's not really an explanation. The card game bridge when the second player, the player sitting to the left. No, it's on about this. The player sitting to the left of the dealer, and that's just not. The dealer is irrelevant. I think it means. I mean, the word declarer might be better, but still, that would still be wrong because it could be the dummy even. Okay, but it would be a defender. You'd be a defender most of the time. They should play the lowest kind of animals. Still win the trick if possible. This is known as second and low. Eh? No. The idea behind this strategy is to encourage the third player to play their highest card in order to establish the suit. All right, well, I need to ask that. So that seems like wrong. Let's go for third hand plays high then to see what comes up with this. This is no doubt be complete garbage. Okay. In the card game bridge, what is third hand plays high? In the card game bridge, when the third player, the player sitting to the left of the second player, that's one way of putting it, plays a card, they should play their highest card in the suit that was led, if possible. This is known as third hand high, okay? The idea behind this strategy is that it helps the fourth player, the player sitting across from the dealer, not necessarily so, determine the strength of the suit by playing the highest card they have in that suit. Additionally, it also protects the player's partner's holding in the suit. Okay, so additionally, it also protects the player's partner holding in that suit. Yes. If the third player has no cards in the suit that was led, then they can play any card they choose. That's true. The idea behind this strategy is that it helps the fourth player determine the strength of the suit. No, I mean, no, it's not really. Some elements in there. It's obviously taking certain elements from somewhere, but this is the thing about this Chat GPT. It just seems to mix them up. Let's see what it comes up with this. It's got no chance of answering this question. I almost feel sorry for this AI robot. In the card game bridge, when defending against a suit contract, it's generally not advisable to underlead an unsupported ace, i.e. to lead the ace before any other card. Wow, it's still going on here. Right. Against a suit contract. The reason for this is that by underleading the ace, you risk giving away a trick to the declarer if they have the king of the same suit. Yes? By not underleading the ace, you can force a declarer to win the trick with the king and potentially give your partner an opportunity to capture the king later in the hand. By not underleading the ace, you can force a declarer to win the trick with the king. Okay? And potentially give your partner an opportunity to capture the king later in the hand. Additionally, underleading an unsupported ace can also give away information to the declarer about the distribution of the cards in your hand, which can then be used to their advantage. It's important to keep in mind that the goal of defense is to take as many tricks as possible and to make it as difficult as possible for the declarer to make their contract. So playing your cards in a way that preserves your chance to take tricks and limit the declarer's options is crucial. Okay. Yeah, I mean, basically, one element of like you don't want the king to win. If you know, he could be like a singleton king, really. That's kind of the answer, as well as other example. I wonder if it can give examples. Let me just in the card game bridge. Why would you not win? I wonder if I put in the card game bridge why you should not underline in the card game. Let's try putting with example hands. Why? Let's try this. Let's see if it actually creates some example hands. I don't think it will. Right, it's giving a long answer here. Blimey, it's writing a book. Right. Okay. Need to scroll up here. In the card game bridge, when defending against a suit contract, it is generally not advised to underlead an unsupported ace, i.e. to lead the ace before any other card against a suit contract. For example, let's say the declarer has bid hearts and you hold the ace of hearts, but no other cards in that suit. So in other words, the ace singleton. If you underlead the ace, you can't do. How can you lead it? If you've only got the ace of hearts, how can you underlead it? Did say that, didn't it? For example, let's say the declarer has bid hearts and you hold the ace of hearts, but no other cards in that suit, i.e., that would be a singleton. If you underlead the ace, impossible to do now, the declarer can win the trick with the king of hearts and potentially establish the suit, making it difficult for you to take tricks later in the hand. But if you don't underlead the ace and instead lead a different card, the declarer may win the trick with the king. So it sort of said it wrong there. It should say you've got some lower cards or something like that. But if you don't underlead the ace and instead lead a different card, the declarer may win the trick with the king, but your partner can potentially capture the king later in the hand. Well, your partner can't capture the king if you've got the ace. Another example, let's say the declarer bids spades and you hold the ace of spades and the king of spades and the king of spades. I said unsupported ace, didn't I? Hold on a minute. What's the question again? The card going winner. Why should not underlead an unsupported ace? So I did say you don't have the king. That's what unsupported means. Another example, let's say the declarer bids spades and you hold the ace of spades and the king of spades. If you underlead the ace, you give away the information that you have the king as well. So if you had ace king XX and you led the fourth highest or something, so that's just a load of rubbish. And declarer may play differently, but if you lead the king, you preserve your holding, and declarer will not know if you have the ace. Right, I think it's getting confused when you in defense and you've got ace king and you play the king. Something like that. I'm not sure. It's important to keep in mind that the goal of defense is to take as many tricks as possible to make it difficult as possible for the declarer to make the contract. So playing your cards in a way that preserves your chances to take tricks and limit the declarer's options is crucial. Underleading an unsupported ace can make it easy for the declarer to establish the suit and make their contract, so it's generally not recommended. Okay. Ugh. Okay. These next two are, the last one's going to be a fun one, I'm sure. Can't wait for that one. So in the card game bridge, what is the top of a sequence lead? Here we go. This should be straightforward, I think. Woo! It's died. Right. So in the card game bridge, a top of a sequence lead is a lead of the highest card in a sequence of cards in the same suit, such as leading the king from king, queen, jack, 10. Whoa, brilliant. Good one. The idea behind a top of a sequence lead is to promote a lower card in the sequence to the top spot, thus making it a winner. This technique is often used when the leader holds a long sequence of cards in the same suit and is trying to establish the suit for their partner, or to set up a trick for their partner to take later in the hand. For example, if the declarer bids spades and you hold king, queen, jack, 10 in spades, leading the king will promote the queen and jack to the top spot and potentially set up a trick for your partner. Not sure why it sets up a trick for my partner. You're the one holding the king, queen, jack, 10. It is often used to give partner a roughing opportunity if partner is short in the suit that was led. Yeah, potentially. It is important to note that a top of the sequence lead is generally only used when the leader is in a position to win the trick and the suit is not likely to be trumped by the declarer. It's important to note that a top of the sequence lead is generally only used when the leader is in a position to win the trick and the suit is not likely to be trumped by the declarer. Well, you can still lead top of a sequence even if you know they're going to get trumped. You're taking a trump off the declarer, I guess. Right, here we go then. 4th highest lead. This should be a fun answer. In the card game bridge, why should you lead the 4th highest? Oh, it's answered it quite quickly here. So in the card game bridge, leading the 4th highest card in a suit is a common defensive strategy known as 4th best lead. The idea behind this strategy is to give your partner information about the strength of your hand in the suit that is being led and to make it difficult for the declarer to establish the suit. Gonna have to wait, I think. By leading the 4th highest card, you are indicating to your partner that you have at least one higher card in the suit. Hey? But you're going to have 3 higher cards. That's the whole point of 4th highest. 4th highest, and you got 3 higher than that. But you do not have the top 3 cards. Well, okay, yeah, you wouldn't. So if you had ace, king, queen, 2, you wouldn't lead the 2. This gives your partner valuable information about the strength of your hand and allows them to make more informed decisions about how to play the rest of the hand. Yeah? Additionally, by not leading the top card in the suit, you are making it more difficult for the declarer to establish the suit. Right, so I think what they're saying, yeah, that's true. So if you had something like king, 2, 3, 4, if you play out the king rather than the 4th highest, if they've got ace, queen, jack, 10, for instance, and you play out the king, they can just play the ace and they've established the suit if they've got queen, jack, 10, something like that. So that's why you wouldn't lead the unsupported king, let's say, and that's why you lead 4th highest. Additionally, by not leading the time, you make it more obviously, since they will not be able to win the trick with a lower card, this can make it more difficult for declarers to take their tricks and fulfill their contract. For example, if declarer bids spades and you hold ace, queen, jack, 10 in spades, you lead the 10. By doing this, you're telling your partner that you have the ace and queen, but not the king. Huh. Well, you can bleed strong tens, okay, so you might well lead a strong 10 in that case with that holding. Maybe. But I think that maybe it's getting confused with that. Maybe. By doing this, you're telling your partner that you have the ace and queen, but not the king. Huh. Not sure about that. And also making it difficult for declarer to win the trick with the lower cards. Well, there's only one higher card. It's not a very good example, this. It is important to note that the fourth best lead is not always the correct choice, yeah, and that the leader should consider the specific situation of the hand before making a lead. Yeah, that's true. It's like, yeah, so it hasn't really answered any question correctly. God, can I have a simple question that it can get right? Don't know. Anyway, it's failed miserably again is the answer. This Chat GPT. It's not going to be teaching bridge anytime soon. Oh, let's I tell you what, let's ask a tricky question. I wonder if it'll. Let's see. Yeah, let's go for this one. I wonder if it can do this. In bridge, explain the convention. Muppet Stamen. It's gonna die. It's off and running. Yeah, this is used for really for a lot of the time for 4-4 and 5-3. Right, let's have a look what it says here then. In the card game bridge, the Muppet Stamen convention is a variation of the Stamen convention, correct? Which is used to help players find a 4-4 fit in the major suit, hearts or spades, when they have not found a fit in the first round of bidding. The Muppet Stamen convention uses a 2-no trump bid to ask partner if they have a 4-4 fit in the majors. No, I mean, Muppet Stamen comes after you'd open 2-no trumps a lot. You can use it after 1-no trump as well, still. The partner will respond with 3 clubs if they have no 4-4 fit in the majors. Huh? This is just complete garbage. 3 diamonds if they have a 4-4 fit in diamonds. What? 4 fit. Using this convention, the partner can quickly and efficiently identify where a 4-4 fit in the major suit exists, allowing to make a better decision. One of the reasons why the convention is called Muppet Stamen is that it's a more artificial way of finding a major suit fit than the traditional stamen. And the reasoning behind it is that it's more like puppet-like in that it follows a predetermined set of responses rather than relying on natural bidding. It's important to note that this is a partnership convention and requires prior agreement between the players. Additionally, this convention is intended to be used in situations where the partnership has not yet found a fit in a suit and should not be used when a fit has already been established. Right. It didn't even mention 5-3 fits or anything. That was well, it didn't get anywhere near answering the question correctly there, which is no surprise. Okay, 1 out of 10, I'll give it. 1 out of 10, I don't know, 2 out of 10. Some elements are right, but not very good.